He wants to keep running. The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
Normally. Instantly. I think that's where Lilgun's going to shine. Again, they've got Grimstroke Lycan already. They've got the Spirit Breaker to get them some scouting, get them some global presence. And T1 will just go into the Storm Spirit. So Storm Spirit mid up against the OD. You can kind of hold that lane. It is still tough. It's an OD.
Tex, or rather the Static Remnant to land. Still bot lane. Looks like Zephyr's going to be in a bit of danger now as Ace 12 and the Wolves will chase him down. And with that Wolves movement speed, they might just have him, but Zephyr, he's going to salve up. He'll pick up a water rune for himself. Still, the Wolves will chase with the Stroke of Fate to follow up. Zephyr is still trying to get towards that mid-tier 1 tower. Carl even not really helping out Zephyr, just leaving him to deal with this all alone, and Zephyr's going to die.
His first blood is a pretty big bonus. I think for Carl, he sees that as an opportunity to get a little bit of a TP
of course
play.
he did.
He gets his boots, gets his refill, and he's happy.
The top lane, Kishka does go down 11, dropping quite low himself as Whitemon was trying to get the body block off, but he's fine. Zephyr, Carl, they're going to zip it. They want the big one. They want that Lycan kill. So 4-2-3, he's going to try to run, and he's actually quite tanky. He survived for now, but Zephyr is going right in for the chase and does secure the kill. The Sanctity now is going to try and trade by killing off Cuckoo. It's still going to be very worthwhile here for T1, regardless of whether they get this Beastmaster or not.
Seeing... Again, the early plays from Lilgun with just this item up. They will try to make something happen now, though.
Now they will. Media Hammer, though, going to be cancelled off as Carl does make the jump in and needs to zip right back out. Whitemon's going to back. In fact, in the meantime, Gabby drops to 11. Not over yet. Instead, maybe mid lane, they're going to find Carl. Have they timed it perfectly? Yeah, they have. Mortimer's Kisses to follow with the silence, and Carl showing into the mid lane by himself is going to get punished immediately by
T1 fell bot.
You want something more than Ace 12 though, but the Soulbind is going to fly in already. It's not a great start for T1 as the Inkswell. It does land on 3 targets, and now the just blow up comes in. Media Hammer to drop. They've got the lockdown, and Zephyr's going to be the third.
Yeah, and they're starting to use some of those hawk visions out from Cuckoo really well. Some good information for them to play with. They're going to go for the smoke play now. They've got Roar, they've got Exo, they can make a play.
They're trying on a Gabby. Gabby, he'll go for the Strength Morph again, but he's dropping so low and he just can't survive through it. Meanwhile, 4-2-3, he got jump, but they can't finish him off in time. Roar's going to be there. They are still trying and will eventually get him, but now 11. A 3-man charge through on the hammer. It's going to be dropped by Sanctity. Onto Zephyr they go. That'll be the 4th to drop as Carl. He is the only survivor left. Outpost's going to be taken. Charge, though. Where is it going? Cuckoo, he's going to get stunned up. They'll go straight after the Beastmaster. That's a great way to start. Lilgun, they've already got a very important target down with no buyback available. They can even go for the Dominated creep. I mean, one Sanctity around, that'd be the target you want to go on, but he has an Aegis and BKB available, so it's not going to be an easy target to try and burst down, so instead, they'll go on to Ace 12, release Gabby will. In the meantime, though, Carl, he got caught out. Sanctity's going to take him down, as somehow Ace 12 has made his own way out, and now the Nether Strike. It's coming onto Gabby. He has forced the waveform away. He knows he can't fight right now, even the Astral is there on Whitemon. They'll find a second.
Aggressive. Maybe they just want that key pick off on Gabby. He does manage to dodge out, no charge coming through, so he's going to be safe. And for a T1, this is where it really gets on the line. They have to prevent any sort of moves onto the high ground.
Carl's going to try and go into 4-2-3. Double damage is there, Carl. He'll go for the Vortex to try and steal that away as he does bottle it up. 4-2-3 is still alive, but eventually is going to drop, and he does. So the charge in 11 will try and get the Storm Spirit once again, and the bash comes through. Oh, he gets the perfect time bash. His Media Hammer will be there, but the Fire Blast is going to put a cancel to that as Cuckoo is going to try and fly back along with Gabby. Charges out though, Cuckoo. He will drop Gabby. He'll morph and try to charge back the other way onto the supports, but Gabby's going to try and man-fight Sanctity now. There's your Aegis gone. Gabby, he's got that Lincoln's broken. Meanwhile, Zephyr, BKB TP, but the charge is there. Great charge out from 11. That'll be Zephyr. He'll be the 3rd to 4th for T1. And I guess on the bright side, they do at least get the kill into the Lycan.
Going in from here could be a good angle.
Certainly could be. Sanctity, he is showing. Mini Hammer going to be there. Whitemon though is in with the Fire Blast. The charge is out. 11 trying to protect the Sanctity. Is already gone. A great start for T1. 4-2-3 though still wants to fight. Gabby is having free reign, however, on this Morphling. They do take down Ace 12 and now they've got the Lycan. 4-2-3 is going to try to back as Whitemon will finally die. But 4-2-3 cannot help in any of this. He just needs to get out. They will keep trying to chase down more. Might be a fight to break out though. Whitemon is going to move in. Fire Blast is out onto Kishka. Zip in from Carl. Sanctity though is there with the Astral to save as now the Soulbind is committed onto T1. It's a lot of damage already flying out. Whitemon's gone. Where's 11 though? He hasn't charged quite yet. He's still being very patient as Zephyr is just trying to survive. With the BKB up, he will just try and retreat and back his way out. The T1, they are sticking around, but it's still very dangerous when you don't know where the Spirit Breaker is, and Cuckoo is finally going to get caught out now by 11. Even with the Lincoln Sphere, they just don't care. They will take him out, no issue, as Gabby has his Lincolns broken. Another Bashes will fly through. He's going to run while the BKB is still going, because they have to sight the Vice out. Gabby is going to wait for back towards the base, but is still in big danger. Bashes are flying at 11. How lucky can you get? It's a 2 bash out, and that'll be enough, Gabby. He is going to drop.
Just melt with the output right now from 4-2-3. Smoke from T1 though. They could find a good angle to break the fight off. They could get the start.
They have thrown everything at the Lycan, but the Sanity is rather Eclipse is there, and now the Soulbind into. Oh, actually, Sanctity is gone. Lincoln's broken on Gabby, but they're looking to fight back as the charge will go through onto Carl. They've got Ace 12 down to boot. Still, Gabby has been controlled now. Beside the Vice out onto Carl. They really want the Storm Sprint, and they've got him. Double hammer drop, and now the clips, the kisses out. Gabby is forced to go back to the fountain as Kishka is still going in onto Zephyr. There's your charge out. 11's got another kill for himself.
Confident here. It is going to be a bit tough without the security of an Aegis onto the high ground. We are still seeing T1 find some good fights, and we've got to be cautious about bleeding out more here while the respawns are coming in.
Yeah, Ace 12 going to be targeted as the Aeon Disc is going to be popped with Gabby. He wants more than that. Ace 12 still in big trouble. Does break the Lincolns, but is going to drop as now the charge is coming through. Gabby going to be targeted. He has help around, but the buybacks are going to fly in. Still Gabby. He'll waveform out of there and does morph into the breaker form. Looking to get out, but the charge, it does connect into the cookie now. Gabby, he's going to get ink-swallowed up, and he is gone. Oh, he's got no buyback either. And they found Whitemon. They make it 3. They've got Cuckoo. They have got the Beastmaster. He has bought a little bit of time without a creep wave here, but it won't matter because the creep wave in the mid lane is already in the base of the Dire, so Carl has to fight. He'll try to go onto the Brimstroke, but it's all by himself as Carl does have his Lincoln broken and is forced to just back to the fountain. Onto the tier 4s we go. Another charge out onto Whitemon into the fountain. But they're onto the tier 4 towers now. Lilgun just looking so strong this game, number 1. T1, while they are still trying, when you've got these constant charges to come in from 11, it's kind of impossible to try for the defense. They kill off Ace 12, but it means nothing. GG's called.
Simple as it is for Sanctity, it boils down to rune control. This matchup's all about bot control.
Bot lane, Kishka still trying to fight back, but should eventually drop to a first blood across the map as Cuckoo goes down to 4-2-3, and we are going to have a pause flying out here. And they're still going to find a kill down to the bot lane, but they miss out on the bonus gold, and well, Kishka, he's still going on Whitemon. He will barely tie to Gabby in time.
On time into the laning phase, so you're just going to have to cop that slower lane here for T1. Down bot, Gabby is a force to deal with, especially when Metamorphosis is up. When it's down, that's when you get your opening for Lilgun to be aggressive, and we just see their positioning.
4-2-3 is having a really good time up at top. I mean, I know it's across the map right now, John, but 4-2-3 is having a completely free time as mid lane Carl is getting dived. Sanctity able to take a solo pick off onto the path, forcing three heroes to rotate to try and sort him out. Carl get a bit of damage off, but in the meantime they left Gabby alone. Gabby still alive, but the shadow poisons are starting to stack up, and one more should do the trick as Gabby is going to drop. Kishka able to take the kill. It'll be just fine. I mean, they can charge all they like, but it's not going to amount to much as Zephyr now is going to get caught. Ace 12 setting up. Sanctity should be able to set up for this kill, and it's going to be a nice easy one. Zephyr has no way out of there as Sanctity will use the Sleight of Fist to finish off the job.
Should allow Carl to maybe look for another play with the Invis. Maybe look to rotate top, find a kill on that Husker, or just make a move onto the Ember if they want. But the loss of rune control here for Lilgun is painful.
Kuku's having a very rough time top lane, John. I mean, at this point, you question whether he should even go back. Meanwhile, bottom, they're having a look at Gabby. Instead, though, Zephyr going to try and charge 11. They do catch him in that kinetic field, so 11, he is trapped up. He'll go for an arena spear out of the Nightmare. Is going to buy a bit of time, as maybe they can try to turn this back onto the supports of T1. They've got a disruption, and now with 4-2-3 around, they've got the damage. Whitemon, he'll go as Zephyr now is going to try and find his own way out. He could go for the charge, and looks like he should be just fine in doing so. Now, Whitemon, he'll know where 4-2-3 is. Green Coil's there. They're going to try into the Husker with the Static Storm out. This time it'll be harder to just really arm the toggle out of this. He is still trying though, but does not make it. A nice attempt from 4-2-3 as they are at least going to try and catch out Whitemon and punish. Glimpse away on to Sanctity, but he's going to be fine to Remnant back in. They do get the Disruptor, but can they find Carl? They've got the Fiend's Grip. Carl would really prefer not to die right now. Still Waning Rift down towards the south. It does orb away. Oh, but can they really try and defend this? I mean, if you can get a Fiend's Rip on Carl, it could be a nice setup, but it feels like they've got plenty of ways to cancel this off, as now the charge is going to fly through. They've got the Static Storm with the Glimpse back onto the Husker. It's going to be a great setup. 4-2-3 is going to be trying to force to just fight back, but he can't do it right now as there's just too much control. T1, they can go for the second onto Ace 12, and they clean up. 11, gonna break the smoke, but that's a great target for T1 to try and focus down. So they'll even commit the Primal Split just to make sure. In the meantime, who's dying? They got Carl on a Fiend's Grip. The charge is there in time, however. Carl might make it out just in the nick of time. It does blink away into the orb, but the chase is on from Sanctity, but it's too late. He is too late. They will even take down Ace 12. Blink up. 11, who are we going after, sir? They don't seem to have the information yet as Zephyr. He's going to get jumped here by 4-2-3, but Gabby, he can get right to work. Ace 12 is already gone on the Bane. Now Static Storm being dropped perfectly from Whitemon in the arena, not allowing the spear combination out from 11. That'll allow Gabby to relocate, find a better position for himself, but they've still got to find a way to try and do with 4-2-3 on this Husker, and now they can, as 4-2-3, he cannot deal with this Hive Skadi at the moment. He is gone. Ace 12's trying to Fiend's Grip up somebody, but Carl's going to be just fine, as 4-2-3 is still just trying to fight back with the armlet, but can he really keep it going? Kishka is going to give all the HP back to Gabby as they do end up getting 4-2-3 in the end. There's your spear out now from 11, but it's not going to be enough. You don't have the damage any longer as they can just clear out the side of Lilgun. So Ace 12 is still trying to move forward along with Sanctity and try to find this TB kill. Instead, they're going to have to try and go after Whitemon, but Carl's going to move back in on the puck.
It's Roche.
Roshan dropping low. Sanctity going to try and just zone them out, but Roshan is still going, and they've got the Cyclone out onto 4-2-3. Bit of an awkward fight here for Lilgun. We'll see if they can still take it. 4-2-3, he's trying with the BKB. He's got the Aegis up. Gabby now, he's going to man fight in the melee form onto the Husker. Though 4-2-3 still okay, still able to fight back. He's got the Aegis up, but now your Metamorphosis available. In the meantime, Carl, he takes down 11, and they've got the Aegis gone from this Husker. And I think that might be enough for T1. Even if they pop the meta, they might call it that though. Never mind, they want more. They'll get Ace 12 down. They found Kishka on the Shadow Demon. Oh, they've even got 4-2-3 as Cuckoo will try to help out Gabby. The Sunder will be there. The reset. 4-2-3 though, he is still fighting back with all these disarms out. Gabby could not fight back against the Husker as Zephyr. He will finally take care of 4-2-3. When you're behind the T2 tower, you can just hide forever as Carl. Oh boy, he's gonna get caught out. Fiend's Grip will be there, and 4-2-3 may have just enough time, and he will. Carl is gonna drop. They tried to help him out with the charge out, though they might still be able to get 4-2-3 now. Static Storm has been dropped, but he got the BKB in time, so he should be able to turn back in onto Gabby, and he'll try to do so with the disarm out. Yes. Gabby is just standing there. He has the Sunder. He'll throw it out back in onto the Mars, and they've got 4-2-3. They have got 4-2-3 down. Wymon to drop. Sanctity's becoming a problem though as he's cleaning up now. He's got a godlike spree and he's onto Gabby. He wants the big target. He wants the TB and he's gonna get him. Cuckoo's left to try and fight back for his team as he will at least get ace 12, but he is running out of time to back himself out. Hope so. Still T1 getting prepared to try and defend as Carl slowly start chipping away at everyone. Another primal split committed in the backside though. Who have they got? Gabby gonna be forced to be keeping up very early as he turns back in on 11. In the meantime, Zephyr trying to control up the backlines. They do take down ace 12. Where's Gabby though? He's in still just fighting 4-2-3, but he's surrounded. He might need some help, but he does pop that silver edge, and he is gonna be able to get himself out now, as it does seem like T1 are so far in the lead for this team fight as they get Kishka a second time, and now 4-2-3. He's just kind of being ignored here on this Husker, though he does make the jump in onto Cuckoo. Can he really keep this fight going? It does seem like he is going to try and will be able to find the Brewmaster. 4-2-3 almost hoping for the fight to break out, and they do. They do move in, but the Nightmare is there to buy time as the BKB is out. It's going to be a fight between 4-2-3 and Gabby, but Gabby right now is winning. 4-2-3, he's gone. He is gone straight off the bat, but he's going to buy back into this team fight as Gabby's getting low now, but he has the Sunder available. Who are they aiming? It's going to be 11. Meanwhile, the supports are dropping slowly. Sanctity trying to get as much done as he possibly can. They've lost 11 on the Mars. They want Gabby on that Terrorblade. That's the big target on the side of T1, and they've got him. So the be chased. Purge is there. Kishka trying to help out as the BKB charge away. It's in slow motion at the moment, but it won't matter. Zephyr is going to make it. Oh, maybe he's not. Sanctity really wants to kill. Another Remnant forward. He is really trying for this one, and he's got it. Zephyr is not getting away today. Not from Sanctity, but is Sanctity going to have to pay for this? That Ace Wolf. Aghanim Scepter, though, I agree, John, is going to cause some issues here in this fight, I think, if he does not get caught out, though. White one, a nice static storm, but Sanctity immediately into the backside, wanting to find those supports. Meanwhile, 11 dropping quite low as Gabby, he's been caught out. There's your Bean's Grip, they've caught the Terrorblade, but it is cancelled. Carl, he'll get the silence in time. Gabby, he is still going to keep fighting with the Mat Trap. Another spear, it does land. They've got Gabby down, but he'll commit the buyback. Still Aegis is on the deck, all the items are just laying there on the ground, but they will go all the way for the side of Lilgun as Ace 12 finally goes down now, but at the cost of what? More buybacks to come from T1. Is they going to try again to fight back into this fight? Sanctity, he's been locked down this time, but 4-2-3 is there to help. Sanctity will take his first death on the Ember. He finally gets taken down once. Gabby, though, he can't afford to be taken down a second time, that's for sure, as Sanctity back into the backside has found Zephyr on the supports, and now Gabby, that'll be a dieback on the Terrorblade, and that'll be the game probably going towards Lilgun, unless Carl can pull off some magic here on this puck. He'll get Kishka down. They're going to keep trying here, T1. But it's going to be a very, very difficult defense now, as you just don't have that pos 1. In fact, they've even found Cuckoo another time and not intervened with their business as Lilgun want that Ancient down. Zephyr's going to buy out the Axe. They're going to try again. Carl dropping 11 quite low, forcing out the BKB with another strike. They've almost got him down. Coil is there. It did not leash, so 11 is still going to be able to blink out. A charge is out, though. They do secure the killers. Now Ace 12. He'll go for the Nightmare, and the Fiend's Grip has called out Zephyr, but it will be cancelled to Sanctity. He'll jump in and take over. That'll be a dieback on the Spirit Breaker, but now they've got Whitemon back up, and he'll drop the Static Storm onto the Husker, but 4-2-3 could not give a crap. He'll just keep going for the Ancient.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where are the creeps?
Where are the creeps, though, John? Carl, once again, is split pushing and creep skipping, and he has delayed out the game at least for a little bit, but they're going through backdoor protection. Or are they? It's still kind of happening. The Ancient is going down just very, very slowly, but now with 4-2-3 attacking a little bit faster, that'll be it.
Oh my god.
Lilgun will take it.